microflora of large intestine, complete digestion through fermentation protect against the pathogenic bacteria. And these probiotics stimulate the immune system also. Here the probiotics and prebiotics I will discuss once again after later slides. These probiotic and prebiotics in the diet can modify the consumption of some metabolic activity of our normal microflora in our intestinal tract. These probiotics appear effective in the treatment of like childhood diarrhea, post-antibiotic diarrheas, and like different diseases. These like act as a antibiotics. So these are the very effective develop immune system developed agents, and these encouraging the resulting the like Vagnasis like different inflammatory bowel diseases. And coming to the history of probiotic. Uh, the concept of probiotic was first introduced. The term probiotic was introduced by Ili Mitmanif in the year of 1845 to 1960s. He is getting the Nobel Prize from the for the concept of probiotic introducing, and he is suggested that the long and healthy life of Bulgarian peasants, and these he is himself introduced dye source of milk fermented with Bulgarian bacillus. We are already discussing what is the Bulgarian. In the previous class, we had discussed the milk, one of the milk product, that is the Bulgarian milk. The fermented organism is the Bulgarian Lactobacillus bulgaricus. These Bulgarian bacillus or Bulgarian lactobacillus organism is also laterally called Lactobacillus delbrueckii subspecies, and he is found in health benefits. What are the probiotic benefits? And he later proposed that the after consumption the probiotic, the fermented food products, those are the positively influenced by the normal microflora, that the colon and decrease the toxic microbial activity, decrease the intestinal pH, and suppress the growth of proteolytic organisms. Here the many organisms are there. Louis Pasteur, he is introducing the fermentation technology. He is also 150 years ago. He is introduced the lactobacillus organism. Those lactobacillus organism, those are the fermented the milk product. So among these later, one of the microbiologist, we know the Eli, he's proposed the concept of probiotic. Here, what is the probiotic? So many applications, colonizations of the gut. Those probiotic starts the immediately after birth, place of birth, type of delivery, feeding and time type, and prelateral and exclusively breastfeed, like presumptive versus full term, and sick babies. So many colonization of the gut is there. So coming to the here, what is the probiotic? The root of word probiotic comes from Greek word pro meaning promoting and biotic meaning life. Okay, here the food and agriculture FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization of United Nations, it's defined the probiotic as a live microorganism. Probiotics are the live microorganisms which, when administered in adequate amount of, produce beneficial effect to the host when taken orally. Okay, the Food and Agriculture Organization define the probiotic. These probiotics are the live organism which, when administered in our intestine adequate amount, produces the beneficial effects of the host when taken orally, is called as probiotic. These are the live microorganism. Okay, so many probiotics are available here based on the many bacterial species. They are act as a different probiotics, bacteria, fungals, and yeast strains. They are act as they are produces the various probiotics from bacteria, lactobacillus, bifidobacterium, streptococcus, bacillus, pediococcus, leuconostoc, enterococcus. All these organisms, they are produces the probiotics. From lactobacillus, many species are there, like Acidophilus, Brevis, Lactobacillus reiteri, Lactobacillus casei, many Lactobacillus species are there, and Bifidobacterium species, Streptococcus species, many species are there. And coming to the fungal species, Aspergillus niger and Aspergillus oryzes. These are very effective probiotic producing microorganism. And coming to the yeast, these yeast are the few microorganisms are there for the producing or production of probiotic uh, organ probiotic foods like Saccharomyces boulardii, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, and Saccharomyces carlsbergensis. Here, the Saccharomyces boulardii and Saccharomyces cerevisiae, these are very effective probiotic strains for the controlling of the dehydration. These are the very effective and very uh, important probiotic in our daily life. And these Saccharomyces carlsbergensis organisms, they are widely used in various probiotic strains in various different industries. Here, coming to the as well as a few microorganisms, like we already discussed, many microorganisms are they are producing types of probiotics. Most abundant in probiotics in gastrointestinal tract, like Lactobacillus, Acidophilus, Plantarum, Bulgaricus, Poros, and many around approximately 400 species probiotics are available in the market. Here, coming to the lactobacillus, there are above 50 species lactobacillus are found in probiotic organisms. Here, foods that are the fermented like yogurt and dietary supplement also containing these bacteria. It helps in preventing the yeast infection and urinary tract infection, like traveler's diarrhea, diarrhea resulting from Clostridium difficile and treating the lactose intolerant organism. And many uses of the it act as a many application of the lactobacillus, and skin discoloration, like fever, blisters, and prevention of the respiratory infections. And many one of the probiotics like bifidobacteria. Here bifidobacteria are different. Around 32 different strains are available into the market, like bifidobacterium lungum, bifidobacterium bifidum, and bifidobacterium infantis. Different microorganisms. These most are abundant in probiotic next to lactobacillus species in the gastrointestinal tract. And these bifidobacters are the act on the large intestinal tracts. And these uniqueness of the bifidobacteria, these are apart from the general probiotic effects, the bifidobacteria help in the glutamine synthesis, like ammonia and glutamic acids, and synthesis in the glutamine in the presence of bifidobacterium. And glutamine helps it the maintaining the mucosal integrity. Okay, and here various types of probiotic Saccharomyces cerevisiae is there. We are already discussing, like Saccharomyces boulardii, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, Saccharomyces bulgaricus, and Saccharomyces salvarium, Saccharomyces thermophilus. Many Saccharomyces species are there. Those are one of the type of probiotic organism. These microorganisms non-colonizing is, so needs the repeated administration. It these Saccharomyces stains are action in the large intestine tracts. The only yeast probiotic. It is effective in treating the diarrhea associated with the use of antibiotics and traveler diarrhea. It has also been reported to prevent the uh, recurrence of Clostridium difficile. For example, when we are like facing the food poisoning diseases, we are facing with the diarrhea, vomitings, like these diseases. So, when we are consuming the probiotic strains like Saccharomyces cerevisiae, Lactobacillus, they are like act as a antibiotic. Compare them, they are very effective, like antibiotic. They are very fast recovery percentage, and they are effect on the different Clostridium food poisoning organisms to treat ants, and reduces the side effect of the treatment for the Helicobacter species. Here, the ideal properties of the probiotics. These are the non-pathogenic and non-toxic to the our intestinal tract, like our human being. These are the antagonistic to pathogens, different beneficial effects on the host, and capable of surviving, colonizing the proliferating in the gut intestinal tract, able to inhibit the like S and L intestine, like small and large intestine, must be human origin. These containing the large number of variable cells in the remain variable during storages and uses, and factor affect the probiotic bacteria. The intrinsic as well as extrinsic factors may be influence the survival of the probiotic in various food ingredients. Importance of the factors like physical condition, chemical condition, when they effects on the different affecting of the probiotics like temperature, humidity, and oxygen, nitrogen, and various pH factors. Here, the various properties of the probiotic was observed. We can observe these probiotics are should be safe to host. I already told it should not produce anything pathogenic and toxic effect. It must be resistant to hydro chloric acid and bile and pancreatic juices. It should have anti-carcinogenic activity. It should produce lactic acid organisms. These probiotics retain viability during the storage and usage. These probiotics stimulate the immune system of the body, and these probiotic microorganisms have the ability to colonize the gastrointestinal tract. And here, so many sources of the probiotics are available in milk product like yogurt that contains the live bacterial cultures. Cheese is not baked, and fermented milk, kefir, miso, Thames, sauerkrauts, kimchi, and soya beverages, and pickles, milks, unfermented milks. So many sources of there for the available of probiotics, like sources of probiotic. Here, if we can observe the screen. These are the best source of the probiotic like kefir, um, tempeh, miso, yogurt. Here, factor affecting the intestinal micro ecosystem. Antibiotic. These are acts as a antibiotics and other drug intake and microbial infection. They are also used as a diet, like highly processed, low fiber foods and chronic diarrhea, and they are control the stresses, chlorinated water, radiation and chemotherapy, and colonic therapeutic of various detoxification of intestinal tract. Here, we can observe in our gastrointestinal tract, different microorganisms are there, like friendly organisms and unfriendly microbial organisms. For example, friendly bacteria, those are called as a probiotic. Okay, and unfriendly or harmful microorganisms, those are called as pathogenic. For example, any examples of probiotic? Anyone? Examples of probiotic? Anyone? Examples of probiotic? Examples of probiotic?
Lactobacillus.
Lactobacillus, good. And anyone? Lactobacillus. Chandrika? Chandrika? Samir? Samir sir?
Sir,
Any example of probiotic?
Saccharomyces.
Very good. Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Sai Teja,
Uh,
don't left, ma.
Aspergillus.
Very good. Aspergillus niger and Aspergillus flavors. Sai Teja, Samir sir. Guess. I think so. They are not available. Okay. Here, friendly organism. Those are the type of microorganism is called as the probiotic, and unfriendly or harmful bacteria. Those microorganisms are called as uh, pathogenic bacteria. Any example of pathogenic organisms? Any example of pathogenic organism? Anyone? Hello? Yeah, many organisms are there, like pathogenic organism, uh, foodborne organisms like Clostridium botulinum and Streptococcus, and so many organisms are there for the pathogenic organisms, and friendly organisms like Bifidobacterium and like Pediococcus, Lactobacillus, and Enterobacteria. Many organisms are there in our gastrointestinal tract. For example, the common microflora, facultative anaerobic and strict anaerobic. Here, the Lactobacillus, Bifidobacteria, and Saccharomyces, they are act as a like a common microflora. Many organisms like Staphylococcus aureus, albus, and uh, like Candida albicans and different Haemophilus species. These are the many pathogenic organisms like Pseudomonas aeruginosa. These are effects on the colon and skins. Few microorganisms, they are act as a against uh, with the like pathogenic organism, and so many friendly bacterium. These are probiotic friendly bacteria are normalize the intestine and immunodulation and metabolic activities, and different metabolic effects like suspension of ppms, intestinal mucocell intestinal integrity, regulation of bowel movement. I already told like applications of the probiotic. Here, the mechanism of action, these probiotic inhibit the potentially pathogenic microorganisms. Here, ppm stands for potentially pathogenic microorganisms. These are the reduces in the intestinal of pH. Okay, this is the most important question. Most important question. Our gut intestinal pH is 2. Okay, our gut intestinal pH is 2. So these like probiotic reduces the our intestinal pHs through the production of like Saccharomyces cerevisiae, CFASs, different microorganisms, and these probiotics production of the bacteriocins bacteriocins, and these probiotics are competitive block clock of adherence sites and a competition for nutrients. Here, for example, we can observe in our gastrointestinal tract like probiotic organisms and pathogenic organisms. They are each together. They together like fighting, like those are interaction with, or like those are uh, dominant each their characters, and these probiotic microorganisms of action of probiotics on pathogenic organisms. They are produces the antimicrobials. Okay, destruction of the toxin receptors like pathogens. They are pathogens releases the receptors of the toxin. So these probiotics, they are destruction of the toxic receptors and competitive exclusion and organic acid production. They are producing when we are feeling the hungry. These probiotics are production of the organic acids and enhance the barrier functions like transportation, like enhance the immunoglobulins, antibodies, secretions, and immunoregulations. So many applications are there. So how did they work? Interference with the treatment and prevention of intestinal affection. They are contribute to the improvement of the immune system. They reduces the cholesterol level. So these probiotics interferes in the cancer prevention. The probiotics, the favorable effects in liver illness. They are preventive eliminatory allergens like IgM, IgE. They are causes the allergens. They are deliver the vitamins of the organisms. They these like probiotics synthesize the thiamine, riboflavin, and pyridoxines. And I already clearly discussed the mechanism. There are so many beneficial effects of the probiotics in human beings, like diarrhea. These diarrhea is prevent the diarrheas, like prevent the irritable bowel syndromes and hypobacteriosis and necrosting enterolysis and urogenetic urogenital tract infections and colon cancers and the blood pressures and cholesterol. Many effects of beneficial effects of the probiotics in human. We can see the different probiotic like foods, yogurt, cheese, and frozen yogurt. Different. I already told like kimchi, Yakult, and dairy milk, and different probiotic supplements are available in our daily life market. And few side effects of the is there like probiotics. It has been mentioned that use of probiotic in critically ill person may be harmful. It has been mentioned that use of probiotics in critically ill person may be harmful. When we consumption of a mixture of 6 probiotic bacterial strains, these increased the death rate of patients with the predicted survive acute pancreatitis. Okay, don't consume above 6 probiotic strains because these are the probiotics. So these are live microorganisms. It is enough for 1 to more for the when we are facing with several effects of food poisoning effects. So since the probiotics are available organism, it is a very likely that they are maybe induce a infection in the host. And coming to the prebiotic, the concept of okay, I think you people hope I understanding the probiotics and coming to the prebiotic. Prebiotics are the concept of like Prebiotic was introduced by the Gibson and Robert Freud in 1995. Recently, these prebiotics are the alternative for probiotics are their cofactors. These are the non-digestible food ingredients that beneficially affect the host by selectively stimulating the growth and active of limited number of bacteria in the colon that can improve the host health. Many properties of their prebiotics like limited hydrolysis and absorption in the upper gastrointestinal tract and selective growth stimulation of the beneficial bacteria in the colon, immunostimulation, stimulation of beneficial of bacterial in intestinal flora that promote the colonization of the resistant. Different sources of the prebiotics are there, like oligosaccharides, uh, oligosaccharides, and different fructooligosaccharides, glucooligosaccharide, inulins, and soybean meal oligosaccharides, and galactose oligosaccharides, xylo oligosaccharides. Different oligosaccharides are there. So these sources are available in oligosaccharides like onion, garlic, yacon, asparagus, and different soya bean, wheat grains. These are the available in the oligosaccharides. Is called prebiotic factors. These are the source of prebiotics, and some for the oligosaccharides and like human milk, soybean extract, bovine milk. These are also uh, source of. These are the main sources of uh, prebiotic uh, prebiotics. Here, the top 10 food containing the prebiotics. The chicory roots, the raw chicory roots, they are very, very high fiber containing food containing like chicory roots and garlic, leek, onion, raw onion, cooked onion, raw asparagus, raw wheat bran, raw banana. When we are consuming the banana, those bananas are the very low content of like prebiotics. Okay, it is high rich prebiotic is available in raw chicory roots. Uh, okay, these prebiotics are available in different sources like